are going to talk about few examples of the golden rules of accounting. Children, if you remember in the last video, I had talked about what are the different classification of accounts. In that, we had covered that the accounts are categorized into three broad categories, that is personal accounts, real accounts and nominal accounts. Today we would be covering few examples to make the concepts of these golden rules much clear to each one of you. Now starting off from today's lecture, that is the examples. Let us take the first example. Children, over here I have mentioned example number 1, purchase furniture for rupees 10,000. Kindly each one of you take out your notebooks and registers and kindly note along with me. Now children, when we are talking about purchase furnitures for rupees 10,000, this is an example of real accounts. Let us know how I found out that this is an example of real accounts. Children, kindly note in this. Step number 1. In the first step, children, when you see this transaction, you have to first scan and select affected accounts from the transaction. So over here, the accounts which are affected by this transaction are furniture account and cash. So in step number 2, now select what type of accounts these are separately. That is, what type of account is furniture account, what type of account is cash account. So we found out that furniture is an asset to a company. And what type of asset is it? Children, it is a tangible asset. And same goes for cash. Cash also, I have told you, is an asset. It is also a tangible asset. You can see and touch both these assets. So now, in the third step, children, we need to select the rule which will be applied on these accounts. The accounts over here are, once again I mentioned, furniture account and cash account. So the rule which will apply to both of them, this is also an asset, children, and cash is also an asset. So all type of assets, real account rule is applicable. So over here on furniture also and on cash, the rule of real account will be applicable. Now children, let us see the fourth step. What will be the effect of this transaction on these accounts? Now when we talk of the effect, children, furniture, is it purchased or is it sold? Kindly again let us go back to the transaction. Purchase furniture for rupees 10,000. So the effect is it that the furniture is purchased, and for buying this furniture, for purchasing this furniture, cash payment is made. So this is the effect of the transactions on these accounts. Now children, let us see what is step number 5. Which condition of the golden rule is applied on these accounts? Now the step number 5 states that the furniture is coming in the business. Is it or is it not? Because when you go to the market, you bought something, you are getting that thing to your home. So here the businessman is again getting the furniture into his business. So furniture is coming in. And when we talk about cash now children, cash is going out. Why? Because when you go to the market, say you buy some apples, and for that what you pay? You pay cash. So over here also for buying this furniture, children, cash is going out. So it goes out. Now moving on to the 6th step. Now at the end, children, the name of the debit and the credit account will be mentioned. So the furniture is debit because the rule of the real account states that debit what comes in. So what is coming in, children? Furniture is coming in. And the rule again of the real account states that credit what goes out. So what is going out of the business, children? Cash is going out of the business. Why it is going out? Again I mentioned because we have purchased furniture. So something is coming in for a price, that is what is coming in. Furniture is coming in the business and cash is the price for which the furniture is paid. So cash is going out of the business. So now children, let us see how this transaction, that is purchase furniture for rupees 10,000, is posted in the journal entries. So now children, this is a format for the journal entries. On the left hand side, you will make a column for date, then particulars, then LF. LF is ledger folio, that is the page number of the ledger. Then is the debit, then is the credit. For debit, children, we always mention DR, and for credit, I have already told you in the previous lectures also, we always mention CR. Now see, let us see how this entry will be posted. Date. Children, over here I have not mentioned any date, so I am keeping it as blank. DDMMYY. Okay, this is the format for date. Then is how we write in the particulars. Children, when you write an entry in the particulars, we always have to start from this line only. So you have to mention furniture just next to the line over here, furniture account, and whatever children is debited, we need to always mention DR along with the debit thing. So I have mentioned DR over here in the particulars column only. Then when we write the credit part of the entry, we always keep two finger space over here. We write before the credit account, we always mention 2. So I am writing it as 2 because cash is the credit thing. So I am mentioning over here 2 cash. For account I am using A/C. This is the short form of account being used in accountancy. So after this, children, in the debit column I have mentioned 10,000, and in the credit column also I have mentioned in front of cash 10,000. So what does it imply? It simply implies that furniture account is debited with 10,000, and the implication of the same on the cash account is that cash account is credited with rupees 10,000. That is, furniture is coming in the business and cash is going out of the business. Now children, this does not end the transaction over here. For ending every transaction in journal entries, we always have to write a narration. Narration is basically what? Narration is basically explaining as to what is being done in this transaction. So in this, children, we have mentioned over here being. Always the narration starts with being, B-I-N-G. So over here I write being. Before that I have put the brackets, being furniture purchased for cash. What is being done? Furniture is purchased for cash. 10,000 is cash. So I have written being furniture purchased for cash. So this, children, ends this transaction, and we have noted that this is one of the examples of the real accounts. So children, I hope you have understood this entry, that is purchase furniture for rupees 10,000. Now let us take another example. Now children, the second example is purchase furniture for rupees 10,000 from Sham on credit. Now children, this is an example of personal accounts. Now let us see how. Steps number 1. The step number 1 says that scan and select affected account from the transaction. So from this transaction we found out the affected accounts are first of all furniture, because we are purchasing furniture. So some effect is going to go to the furniture account. The other account which is going to be affected is the Sham account, because from Sham we have bought this furniture on credit. So children, over here, scan and select affected accounts from transaction. The accounts are furniture and Sham. The second step says that select what type of accounts these are. So furniture, as we know now that furniture is an asset. So the type of account it is an asset account. And when we talk about Sham, children, Sham is a personal account because Sham is a natural person. We covered in our last day video that all the natural persons are part of the personal account. Now the third step, children, select the rule which will be applied on these accounts. Now for the assets account, children, on all type of assets, real account rule is applicable. And on all types of persons, personal account is applicable. Now step number 4, children. What will be the effect of these transactions on these accounts? The effect is purchased. That is, furniture is purchased. And Sham is a personal account. So Sham is the supplier of this furniture. So supplied furniture. That is the effect. That is, Sham supplied the furniture. Now children, what does this word credit means? That is, the payment will be made to Sham in near future. We have not taken the cash to the shop, children. For example, you went to the shop for shopping, but maybe you were running short of cash, or maybe the shopkeeper told you, you can pay me at a later stage. You take the things at your home, or you pay through credit card. All those things, they are the purchases which are made on credit. So over here also, the furniture is purchased from Sham on credit. So he supplied the furniture to you. You have purchased the furniture and he supplied the furniture. So now coming to step number 5. Which condition of the golden rule is applied to these accounts? So the condition which are applied is furniture account, that is an asset account. So furniture is coming into the business, asset is coming in the business. So the golden rule is comes in. And Sham is the giver over here because he is the giving the furniture to you on credit basis. So he is the giver. So now coming to step number 6, which states that now at the end we find out debit what comes in, which is the rule of the assets account, real accounts, that says that debit what comes in. So what is coming in? Furniture is coming in. And now when we talk about the credit part of it, credit the giver. Whereas if you remember, children, in the personal account we talked about it, debit the receiver, credit the giver. So over here Sham is the giver. So credit the giver. Children, for any example which we cover, any transaction can affect two different types of categories of accounts. That is, over here also furniture, children, is a category of a real account, whereas Sham is a category of personal account. So it is affecting two different type of accounts. So the two different types of rule will be applied on the accounts which will be affected by this transaction. The transaction, kindly read it again. Purchase furniture for rupees 10,000 from Sham on credit. So two different accounts are being affected. One of the real account, one is of the personal account. Now let us see how this transaction is posted in the general day book. Now the format remains same, children. Kindly note it down in your notebooks. Date, particulars, LF, debit and credit. Debit is again mentioned as DR, credit is mentioned as CR. Date, in the date, children, DD, MM, YY. Format is followed. Particulars, particulars will have, that is number 1, furniture account is debited. Debit will be written on the extreme right hand side, leaving the space in between. Then we leave 2 finger space to write the credit part of the transaction. that is to Shyam account. Both the entries will have in the debit also 10,000 rupees as amount, in the credit also 10,000 rupees as credit. So the transaction will have the effect on furniture account and Shyam account. Shyam will be receiving this money, children, in near future. Over here, why we have not mentioned cash and why we have mentioned Shyam, children? Because we are not purchasing, kindly note down, we are not purchasing this asset on cash. We are purchasing this asset on credit basis from Shyam. So in this case, Shyam will be credited. If in case, children, we would have bought this furniture for cash, like in example number 1, we had written cash because of the fact over there cash account was getting affected. Over here Shyam is getting affected by this transaction. So children, in the narration part of it, we would write, first of all we'll make a bracket. We would start the narration with being, B-I-N-G, being furniture purchased from Shyam on credit. We would mention each and every part of the transaction over here as to what is being done in this general day book in this entry. So children, this is about the 2 examples which I have covered as part of the golden rules of accounting. We would be covering some more examples on the online portal, that is Microsoft Teams. Till then, kindly go through the video and clear your doubts over the Microsoft Teams. Thank you. Have a good day. Take care.